Hello, and this is another part to my textual analysis, and this is the textual analysis of Limitless. Let's begin. Diegetic sounds. This is used throughout the titles, and you can hear this when he's on the ledge, and you can hear wind in the background. At some points it's faint, sometimes it picks up, so it does mimic real wind. So that's been done good, and it creates the effect that, well, it shows how high he is because it's windy when you're higher up, and sometimes the winds can get really violent in the background, and you can tell that gives you the impression of how high he actually is. Non-diegetic sounds can be heard through the scene, and this is during the very start of the titles, when the production companies and some of the directors and producers are coming up, the names are, and you can hear banging in the background, and that banging continues, and it continues on into the scene as it starts to unravel, and it turns out it's banging on a metal door, and it's actually very loud, so it gives the impression that they're trying to get in, or something's happening, and when the title starts, and you're wondering what that banging is. Like, it's banging on metal, but what's happening you do not know, so it creates an air of mystery at the start, and suspense as well. There's a lot of camera angles and movements, and this can be seen throughout the scene a lot. An example of this is when there is a shot of the camera going up the tower, then it goes up and it reaches the character. You see his shoes, you see his trousers, then you see him, and there's a medium shot of him with his apartment or building in the background, and that shot does give the impression of how high he is as well. But in that medium shot, you can see in the background, you can see things like boxes and stuff, and you wonder, has he just moved in? The guy himself, he's looking terrified, so you're wondering what's happening. So it creates a suspense and tension again. A lot of editing can be heard throughout the scene, and an example of this is when it cuts to different rooms. Like, it cuts to different rooms. It cuts to the lobby where there's no one there. It cuts to the lobby where no one's there. It cuts to some sort of computer room with a website up where it says it's failing. It cuts to a corridor and it's got dead bodies in it. So you wonder, the computers, what this business is that's failing. Why are there people dead? And the people are in costume, and their costume is smartly dressed. So this could be a guest, it could be a security guard, it could be an assassin. So it still adds more and more mystery and suspense and tension into the scene. And then you wonder if they have something to do with the banging, but you don't know. It's more mystery. A lot of lighting can be heard throughout the scene. An example of this is around the part where he's around to jump. You can see outside, it's dark, it's definitely night, but you can see inside, and it's light, it's happy. The banging may be a bit of a problem, but it seems happy, friendly. No one's there, seems peaceful and tranquil. Outside, it's a dangerous place. He's about to jump. It's basically screaming danger. Why he's out there, we still yet to find out. Maybe it's something to do with the banging people. You don't know. And it creates the effect of more danger, and it kind of questions what's going on. Special effects can be seen through the scene, and an example of this is at the end of a title. What's going on about the end of the titles? The camera has just gone down off the building, and it's zooming in through cars. Different colours are coming up. The camera is turning a little bit. You don't understand it's going through taxis, SUVs, just normal cars, and there's still names coming up as well as it's going through these windows of cars and out the other end, and it does look very aesthetically pleasing. I mean, I've never seen a film where that's happened before, and the effect it creates is just it creates more of a mystery. Like, there's people down there. Do they know what's going on up top? All these cars and nobody's doing anything out of the ordinary. It seems like a happy, normal town, well, like a big city like London or New York. Any other examples I can think of? Nope. And it's all these big towns and there's nothing happening. It doesn't seem anything out of the ordinary. And you see all these things going on the top of the tower. And it gives you the question, is this happening anywhere else? So it adds more suspense and tension, even though it's just gone off and the future event is going back to the present, and your mind's whirling. What's going on? Why is this happening? And it creates a lot of suspense, and it's really good on the way it does that. Costumes are not really represented that much. You see the security guards outside, well, security guards / assassins, whatever, outside with pretty decent suits on, very posh. You see him, he's got his fancy shoes, he's got his fancy clothing, his suit. He's just fancy in total. You see his neighbour who gets shot, he seems to be wearing casual clothes, like nothing's happening. So it kind of begs the question, who is he? Is he a big shot? Is he... what's going on? You don't know. And you don't know really, and you're just questioning what's going on, and it's just, you wonder, why is he wearing a suit? Is he going to a fancy party? Is he going to a business meeting? What? You don't know, so it adds even more mystery. Through the costume it even adds mystery. This whole thing seems to be like mystery screaming all over. Through the props, there's a fair few props. The one that caught my attention is the boxes. It's like, you get boxes when you're moving to a different apartment or a different house, when you're moving to a different location, and you're wondering, why has he got these boxes? Has he just moved house? You don't know. So it even adds more mystery, and it adds mystery to his location as well, because there's no specific city, but you wonder where he is and where he's come from. Has he come from humble origins? Has he always been rich? You don't know. All these things are questions that may get answered later in the film. You don't know. So it adds even more mystery. I don't think it adds tension or suspense or anything like that, but it adds a lot of mystery. Yeah. The main character seems to narrate through the whole thing. Even when he's in shots, he's narrating the whole thing, and he's not even, it's as if he's narrating his life from a different place. It's like he's watching his own life. It's like, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that, which he's practically actually doing. And it begs the question, where's he narrating it from? Is he looking back on past events and pondering? Is he in a different place, maybe the afterlife? You don't know. You wonder where he is in the future, what happens to him after the titles. You don't know. It adds so much suspense and tension and curiosity. The mystery involved in it, you want to know these things, but it doesn't reveal anything. Maybe these things do get revealed, you don't know. And this is the end to my textual analysis on Limitless. Thank you for watching.